Hello again. Um, what I'm sharing with you today is I want to ask you guys about too is has there been a moment in your life's history where you look back and completely change your perspective? Um, and this is one of for me, the most impactful um, moments, a series of moments in my life. Um, I was on a ship that took an aid load of food to Mozambique. Um, the name of the port was Maputo, Mozambique, and they were having a civil war at the time. Um, Tied up at the pier. We were there for about 2 weeks, discharging grain ashore, and so many facets of this our stay there were um, surreal. And the reason for that is probably like way at the top of reasons was machine gun fire off in the distance. And I mean, thankfully, they, they weren't aiming towards us, but they had a civil war. There was automatic weapons fire, and it just kind of hit me that people out there were genuinely trying to kill each other over politics, not being able to figure out how to live with each other. And that hit me hard, um, because it's not just adult men being killed. Um, when you have guerrilla warfare in undeveloped countries, which that was at the time, I'm not sure how they are now. Um, Everybody suffers, everybody dies. Men, women, children, pregnant women, and it's horrifying to contemplate. Um, the ship usually carries more food than we need to make sure that we don't run out while we're at sea, because provisioning in other countries is expensive. And what this led to was food scraps being thrown out, and we were eating food in the mess hall on the ship, and we had portholes, basically call them windows. We want to translate, ship's portholes are basically house windows, and we were eating in the comfort of sanitary conditions with healthy, good food. And all the natives who were our stevedores, our longshoremen, watched us eating. And um, it's impossible, at least for me, for not to have a sense of shame over how fortunate I was to be born in a place where all my basic needs were met. Um, and that I didn't have to suffer through no cause of my own. You know, those people were trapped there. Um, they lived in a country that was in chaos, due to political conflict. Most people just want to live their lives, man. They just want to grow up, um, work, have a family, and have a life and have kids, and they're denied that through a political disagreement. Um, and it's just again seeing that harsh reality up front and firsthand. Um, and this is decades after the fact that I'm talking about it to you now, um, and how it's affected like my everyday living. I have a tough time dealing with people who are angry over petty things, and by petty I mean things that aren't um, uh, like nobody needs electronics or nice cars or you know besides the basics. Yeah, need um, warmth, shelter, healthy food, and healthy water, and that's it. And so when your wants become more of a driving force in how you treat others and the waste of food. Um, it's just when you confronted, you know, in every which way or form, people who are starving to death. And on one of these trips, yeah, I've seen street kids who were abandoned by their parents who couldn't afford to or didn't have the energy to take care of them, and these kids, toddlers, are paying for themselves, and in many cases, I know that they were going to starve to death, and that's so harsh to come to terms with. And again, not a whole lot of people can relate because you don't go out of the country, and if you do go out of the country, it's usually due to tourist areas. We have volunteer aid workers, but that's a different animal. But yeah, life and death in certain countries overseas is way different than we have in the United States. Um, and so yeah, just people being petty in the United States or throwing food away are two things that kind of um, make me see people stateside in a different light, where there's no respect for the fact that they're discarding life-giving nutrients if they've had too much, they don't like it, and the it just seems so disrespectful to me. Um, Having seen and experienced what I have, and yeah, I'm told sometimes that well, you need to get over it, and I can understand where this conversation would make a lot of people uncomfortable, but I also think it would be a disservice um, to the people that I saw suffering. Um, to forget their plight. You know, same planet, and again through you know the biggest stroke of luck. Um, I've lived a very comfortable life that makes me extraordinarily grateful, but also it pisses me off when I see people who don't appreciate what they have complaining about not having things they don't really need but want, and all the new technology or um, I think it's stuff that that I think it toxifies the soul, the entitlement, and I'll go on a tangent. Like, say for instance, I ever won the lottery. You know, I've played it, but I would hope that if I ever won it, that it wouldn't change me or change my perspective. And I would hope that I would remain grounded and do something beneficial for others or the planet or the world's ecosystem. Because there are a lot of things going on. We're experiencing another wave of extinctions. So I could pronounce it, but my teeth are missing. But yeah, humanity is really good at screwing up the planet. Um, we're just something. One of the things we've always been really good at, and it shows no signs of stopping. Um, and I would hope that more people will take the time to be more considerate of the planet in their everyday actions. It's not like a uh, monumental change of how we interact with the planet. The planet's going to go on without us. We're not going to be here that much longer. Scientifically speaking, but we're basically going to be the cause of our own extinction, and it's not that far off. So, anyways, yeah, and I know it's kind of deep and maybe depressing topic matter, but yeah, I'm not always, I can't be one of these people who will come up to you with a smiling, happy face and tell you everything's going to be okay and life is good, but because there are other people for whom it's not, and they deserve some thought, consideration, and contemplation, and um, try to make us more um, humble and thoughtful and less wasteful and kinder. Um, and yeah, that's all I got for right now. But again, I just want to share my past work experience where, again, confronted with firsthand experience in a war zone where people are killing each other and there's starvation and misery. And my gratitude of not having been a part, not having lived that, and like just if I reach one person with this, and maybe it'll reach another person, and so on and so forth. I have to be hopeful. At the end of the day, I have to be hopeful and try and share an important message. And thanks for taking the time to watch this, and be kind to others. Take care.